Hello everyone, welcome to the session. I hope all are doing well. And before session, we are completed the unit one and we covered variables and values, data types, and statements and different types of printing the same thing in different types and the operators and operations regarding string, how to adding two strings or how to form a sentence and everything. So we are going to discuss about the unit 2 and the first topic was the modulus operator, and I already said you about the modulus and the double slash, like here you can see this. I already said this thing. So just we are going into the deep and how we are using this modulus in different areas like statements, conditional statements, for loops, while loops. We are using this modulus in most probably in conditional statements like if else statements. So we are going to know about these two things. First of all, he started with an example and he given the definition for modulus. So you can go with this definition, and he given an example for these two things: a equals to 17 and b equals to 5. And he done this print here double dash, sorry, double slash b, so he got 3. I already said, and I already given an example in previous session, that when b was divisible by a, so it will get. And when we are using one slash, see here, same example we done. If you done the same example, obviously, when we divide 17 with 5, we get a decimal place. When we divisible a by b, we get an decimal place, that 3.4. So if we use another thing, if we then we get 3, so that point 0.4 will gone. So uh, with this operator, not only, yeah, with this operator we have to we only get the integer type values, so no float type values, like how we got in a by b. We get 3.4, it is a float value. When we do with this operator, this is also an operator, so we got 3, we get only integers. And he done with modulus also, so we get modulus 17 divisible by 5 means 5 3 is 15, so remainder is 2. So in that manner we have to think, and this operator works in this manner. And we will go into the thing that how the modules was using in these operators, I mean these conditional statements. See, here are the examples, like in with everything, like positive numbers, negative numbers, like if we, yeah, and float with float value and everything. 7 divisible by 3, like 7 modulus 3, result is 1, we know that. And 0, 2, minus 2, and yeah, 5.5 divisible by 2, we get 1.5. These are things like he have to, you want to give the different data types as examples, so he given. And common use cases, see here. Most probably modulus was using uses like in conditional statements, that finding even or odd, or if given a number was divisible, given input was divisible by 5 or not, or 13 or not, given list and everything was coming in next sessions, but I'm just giving an example that list are a group of numbers. In group of numbers, which numbers are divisible by both 5 and 13, or both 2 and 3. So in that manner, we can use this modulus. In that cases, so we can use modulus. So this is the way we are using modulus here. See, yeah, I will say the basic syntax for if and else, and afterwards we can do some examples regarding if and else. So there is an input like integer 40. If see if and else, if else, there are two things. If these one, or if these condition, or else means other than which condition we are using inside if, all are. See, if I say if a divisible by 2, sorry, a modulus 2 is equals to 0. This is the basic syntax, and this is how you have to type if else conditional statements. Print mm, yeah, no, print something j. Okay, again else. Uh, you can ask me the doubt that why we are when you wrote if you done a condition that a divisible by 2 is equals to 0, but why you didn't write anything at else? Because if a number was divisible by 2 is 0, then it will print j. But if didn't, then what happened else? Means which numbers are didn't divisible by 2, everything was considered in at here, else, inside the else. So print yeah, no, okay. So it will print j because 40 is divisible by 2. If we write 41, then it will print k. So here you can see inside the if we done a condition that which number was divisible by 2 is divisible by 2, print j. Otherwise, every number which was never divisible by 2, just print k. So that's why there is no condition required at else, just condition required at if. So which are doesn't carry this condition, it considered inside as else. So it will print the k. So this is the basic syntax of if else, and make sure this if and else are at same like see if when you are going to the inside the if, the print will giving this space, but else if both are at same like same position at starting, and print will go at some more, taking some space. You have to use if you forgot to put that, then it will get syntax error. So you have to do this is the basic syntax, and you have to remember it. So, and after coming sessions I will explain clearly. And these are the examples regarding modulus and using of the modulus in different types. So here they used days they given Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So he interrupted this, but see, this is a list. How a list looks like, this thing. Days equals to This is a list. These I previously said, right? Group of numbers. So here group of days like Monday, Tuesday. So the group of days are inside a list. So there is an index. So I will set everything after. Just just remember it like this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So when start day means from where you are starting. 5 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saturday. You are starting from Saturday. So from this Saturday after 10 days. Okay. From this Saturday after 10 days, which day you will got. So wait, I will do the same thing at compiler. I remove this thing, and if I run this, I will get, maybe see, we can first of all instead of running we will do this thing and after we will run. 5 means Saturday, then count from here 5. So after 10 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 means Tuesday. We are getting Tuesday. So let's try this. Yeah, Tuesday. So here he was saying 5, 10. So this is a variable. You are just focus on this statement, that future day, like start day plus day ahead, 5 plus 10, 15 divisible by 7. So 7 means starting from not Monday, starting from Saturday. So Saturday, and extra this Monday, this Tuesday. We will got like remainder is 1. If you divisible 5 plus 10, 15. 15 modulus 7 means remainder is 1. So where is the 1? 0, 1, 2, right? So 1 is at here, Tuesday. So we get Tuesday. So this is the one of the example we are using modulus. So this is how they are using. If you think I will consider Monday as a 1, this is 2, 3, 4. No, because in list we have to start from 0. This is called index. This 5, 10, 10 not 5. 10 is 5 is an index. 0 is index. 1 is an index. 2 is an index. So if you wait, I will show you what is an index. If days, right? So you want to write Monday, what you will do? Just write this thing. What you will get Monday. So how? This is the see, if you want to print 1 and you want to get Monday, it's not possible because this is an index form. Like here the index was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It constant at everywhere. If you counted anything, if you remove this thing and just add some years, 2001, 2, 3, 4, like that. So for anything, indexes are not changed. 0 means at the start first place, like the first element. 1 means second element. 2 means third element, like that. But the length, what is the length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Length is 7. Okay. The length of the list is 7. So the index, highest index is less than 7. Means 7 minus 1, 6. It will print Sunday. Because we are starting from 0. But length not from starts from 0. Length starts from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Length means like when you're something measuring something, you have to start from 1, right? Not 0. The same thing here, 1, 2, 3. But the index, the position was start from 0. That's all. If you want, the length was 7 because 7 days, 7. If you write 7, it will show the error because 7 index is not found. If you add one thing, then it will show you. But see, index error. You entered an index is not in the range because out of range. Because the highest index is 6, but you enter 7, then you will get index error because it's out of range. So I am going very deep, so don't need it here. I will explain after. So here, extracting digits, we completed this example. So extracting digits. See here, these extracting digits are used in loops. You can ask what is loops. I think somehow you can understand this word. Uh, loops means it's like a circle. It's when you are start from one point, you can just rotating like same at there, but you rotating like wait. I will show you an example regarding for no no need here. Wait, I will explain after. This is uses in for loop. Just remind it. I will explain after. Loop means I will explain it here freely. So see once last digit, like don't remember these things, just focus on these two. First of all, value of n is 4927. When you modulus 10 with it, so what you get 7 because 4920 was divisible by 10. What is the remainder? 7. So you will get the remainder 7. And again, when you are doing you're using this operator, you will get 409 400 sorry 4927, right? So when you're using this operator, you will get 492. Why? Because for 1.7 will be removed when you are using this operator. So again, this value loop means I said right. You're moving in the same thing again and again until and unless condition will fail. So when you are getting this 492, again it will go here. What in this place? N equals to 4927, and it automatically recognize these 492 as 4927. Yeah. It will remove this 4927 and it will add this 492, and again process will start, and 492 this will modulus 10. What you will get? You will get 2. And when you are doing 492 with this operator 10, then what you will get? 49, because 49.2 will remove and 49. And again this 49 recognized by this 49 goes at here and it will remove this 492 and it will get this 49. And again it will do like until and unless we give it a condition that while n is less than 0. Sorry, n is yeah, right. Means until and unless n will be negative, you have to stop that. When n was a negative number, becomes a negative number or becomes a 0, it will stop. So same as here, divisibility check. See here, divisibility check. See, there is a two loops, right? For and while. So I will say after. For example, for we have to give some range. There is a range and limited rotations. If if number divisible by 5, we don't know the number. Okay, we only having the range from 1 to 16. It will be anything like it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 until 15. 16 not consider. Okay, here If here is 15, then until 14 it will run. 15 didn't run because that is the condition, that rule, you can say rule. So here is 16, so it will run up to 15. When if number is divisible, modulus 15 is 0, means like which number was divisible by 15? Nothing. Only 15 will divisible by 15. So it will print fidge budge something. And elif number will divisible by 3. There are, I think, 5 numbers maybe divisible by 3. And wait, yeah. If you run it, what you will get. And if you want to just a brief explanation or what I can say, I mean, I can explain it. See, first take number as 1. Okay, for number in range 1 comma 16. Okay, first of all, you start from 1. Let's take 1. If number is divisible by 15, it will print fidge. The meaning of these things was uh, the number was divisible by 15. Where modulus equals to 0, then the number was divisible by 15, right? So 1 is not divisible by 15. So remove this thing. And again at here, that same thing, 1. 1 divisible by 3. No, it doesn't divisible by 3. 1 is divisible by 5. No. So else. So these three things are not in these three things, the condition was not accepted, like not accepted. So this one is goes in here. So print number. What is the number? 1. So he printed 1. So same 2. 2 doesn't divisible by these three things, so the condition fails. So it goes again at else. So print number. What is the number? 2. 3. Yeah, 3 is here condition fails. Yeah, condition passed at here. So it will consider these condition. And what is, if 3 is divisible by 3, then what will be happen? It will print fidge. Yeah, fidge. 4 is not divisible by these three things. So condition fails at these three statements. So it will goes at here else. So it will print number. What is the number? 4. So 5 will fails in these two conditions, so it will choose this condition because 5 is below 5, right? So it will print budge. So like this every number will wait, you can if like 15 is there. If the condition fails, then it will go to the another condition. You can say 15 is divisible by 15, 15 divisible by 3, 15 divisible by 5. But why they printed only fish budge? Yeah, because if whether this condition, otherwise this thing, else this. So here they are saying that if 15 was divisible by 15, just print this thing, just enough, break it. After, don't go further. Okay, this is the a for loop. And in for loop, if else statements are done, but it's difficult to understand because you have to go in a step by step. So this is a example given for modulus operator, so that's why I'm showing this example and completed. So we are go to the next, random numbers. Yeah, random numbers. See, in Python there are many things, so not everything will be a keyword. So if it will be a keyword, you have to import it. Like there is a constant keywords, something like false, true. I already said to you the keywords. So there is a limited, okay, 35 something keywords are there. So if you want to introduce a new keywords, but they are not constant everywhere, you have to import it. Like power, not a power. Yeah, radian and degrees you saw in maths. So there you have to import math. When you import math, it will consider the below code. Like you have to write this import random was at starting, import math was at top of the code. So after you when you're importing this function like math, so it will consider the whole code as a mathematical code. And here import random. So we are discuss about the import random. Here see random seed 42 print random. When you are using random in the code, you have to import it first at the top of the code. You have to import random, and after you can use the random. Okay, so here we go with this random seed. So when you are using seed, what is the meaning of seed in code? I mean in Python. So the initialize like initial point, the starting point. So if you see when if I run this code in the compiler, Control C, if I run this thing, first of all, I have to import random. After this, I can use the random. Okay, so after importing random dot seed 42 print see when you're using this dot, see in many things like if you want to add something, or if you want to remove, or if you want to count, if you want to change the lower case to uppercase, like see here, this is the code, right? This code to capital, like code code, this is in small letters. You want to change it in the capital letters, capital C, capital O, capital D. So in every case it will come afterwards. So I'm just saying this, in every case you have to use dot. See here, random dot seed 42. uh, when you're using this, it will consider see adding, like it will consider seed as a initial state, initial point. When you are using 42, it will give 0.6394 like number. If you change the number 25, it give another one. Means inside seed, it was a initial point, like starts from here. Okay, start from here, like start from 25. So it will give a random number, but it will give the same number when you are printing again and again, because you are given a starting point in an initial point, so it will stuck at there. If you suppose remove this thing, and if you run, what will be happen? It will give 0.821, right? If you run again, 0.46, run again 1.5, run again 0.11, means you will get an output that too in between 0.0 and 0.1, sorry, 0.0 and 1. Okay, so 0 to 1, in between you will get the decimal values like float data type. So this is when you are not using seed, so there is no initial type, so initial point or initial start. So it will give a random number in between 0 to 1. So when you are not using seed, it will be happen. So here you can see he was using seed here, but when you're not using that, it will give the random number. Here they are given 0.372 something, so it will give, see, return a random float in the range 0 comma 1. It will give a 0 comma 1 random value in decimal in float. So random dot, and these are the functions which we are using random. So first of all, radiant, okay, and return a random integer. So we will go with this radiant. So what it will do? We are having the table also at here, random dot radiant. It will gives like, see, when you're playing Ludo or something, snake and ladders, you're using dice, right? Yeah, six sides dice. So it will give you a random number from 1 to 6. So the radiant is also same as like that. So it shall must be an integer in radiant. So we have to give some range, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, or 1 to 10, 1 to 9, like that. So it can be give a random integer in between the range. If you give the 1 to 10, it will give, if you run again and again, it will give 1, 2, 6, 5, 4. And there is no sequence. Like if we get 1 and again we'll get 2, again get 3, no, we will get 9, if we get 7. There is no sequence. And here, random uniform. Yeah, uniform means like is measurement, like our height or our measurements. For example, my height was 156.4, something like that. So in float, okay, there is no particularly it have been an integer. It will be a float. It must be a float. Okay. So it will be, if I am exact 157, then 157.0. It must be in a float. So random choice. Choice means only one element, and that too, like in selections. Like if you go to a shopping mall, you have to select your shirts. You want to buy one shirt, but in front of you there is 10 shirts. This is your choice to pick out one shirt from 10 shirts. So that is a choice. Only one element you can pick out, and random shuffle. So you know the word, you hear about that shuffle. So the meaning of the shuffle was, it doesn't pick any value from the given data. It okay, it doesn't pick any element from the given data. It just shuffle it. If you give any list or what you can say, a group of elements in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you shuffle it, then 6 comes in front of 5, or 4 comes after the 5, like that. It will shuffle. I will give you the examples. I am just giving an explanation. So when we are coming to the radiant, see here, import is compulsory. Oh, dice roll, yeah. When we are doing this thing, dice, right? Yeah, remove this. Okay. Import random dice, the dice roll equals to random radiant 1 comma 6. We given the range, okay, 1 to 6. The dice roll, it will pick a random integer, 4, 6, 3, 4. See, there is no sequence, and it will giving a random value. And how it works, and not only yeah, see, if I give 9, it will go up to, yeah, 9. It will go up to 9. And this is the what, if you run again and again, you will get the numbers from this range. Okay, these thing, what picking an integer from this range. If you use uniform, this thing, yeah, that's why he used temperature. If we remove this and we will add the temperature here. Import random is common. You have to use that compulsory. because otherwise it can't understand this name random for which you are using this. It's like without random we can't use this uniform. So these functions are belong to random, and random belongs to this import random. If you doesn't mark or doesn't type this given this import random, then it will didn't recognize or didn't define it. It will show a undefined syntax error, or yeah. If you run it, 22.99, 21.67, 23.79. Yeah, see, these things which you get, they're random float. Okay, you're getting output in a float data type. So this is and here you can say two, right? Why we write two? Otherwise, it will get like a random thing. Like, see, if I give and three here, it will give up to three decimal again and again. You can do any number of times, but it will show you three decimal place. If I give here, yeah, round, we use round when we are giving here two or one or three. We have to use round here because it will round the value up to three decimal. So we have to use this round. Or otherwise, I previously previous session I explained you to print decimal places using these curly brackets. Other than this, you can use this in this format also, with not only curly brackets, this round, with this round function you can use that. Yeah, see, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, so this is another type of printing a decimal number up to which decimal place we want. So we can choose our decimal place. So here I choose 9, so you can do anything, but you have to use this random function for getting a specific number of decimal places. So this is the how we use the uniform and where we using this uniform. I think you got that, and I given the example of real life also, like measuring the uniform, and he only mentioned that, and our measurements and every measurement like temperature, everything, and random choice. So I already done this. See, if you want to choose a specific color or specific thing which data provided by a user. See, in compiler there is no user. Okay, so we have to give our input our own. So see here, colors. This is the data. Data means which the values or inputs are given by the user. Here, user given the data was colors equals to this is the data: red, green, blue, yellow. He given these colors. So we have to choose a random color. So we random means not in other than like white. White is not here. He provided the data, so we have to pick the element from same data. The element was belongs to that data only. Green, blue, red, yellow. So there is no sequence plus there is like picking the random value, like only one value from given data. Same as like shuffle. Shuffle means it printing the same thing which user given to us, but it will shuffle it. Wait, I will show you the thing how it will be work. See here, cards is best example for shuffle, because like cards or these cards, like what is I don't know the name of these cards. Ace, king, queen, jack, and there is 10 numbers, like, so shuffling them. See, When we use random dot shuffle, random dot uniform, or random dot choice, inside it we have to assign the data to a variable, right? Here the data was assigned to a variable cards, so we have to insert cards inside it. When we run it, hmm, what we get? A, J, 10, right? But here J comes at second place and 10 comes at third place. Q goes at fourth place. Okay, see it again. Yeah, see, changed. K comes at first place. A goes at fourth place. A again comes at first place. So this is the random shuffle. It gives a random shuffle again and again. And this is the use of shuffle and random sample. Population comma k returns a new list of k unique elements chosen from population without replacement. Okay, see here, if there user given a data, like in that data there's a k elements, like in previously we done this with cards, right? There is how many elements? One, two, three, four, five elements. So user given some data. In that data there is a particular what is that particular elements. Okay, like here six or five elements. So k means elements here. When we are talking about the sample, k means elements. Okay, so population means the variable which he was using. Okay, so variable, not a variable, like what we can say, yeah, something like range. We have to give the range and we have to print the same k number of elements in the new list. Here is the example. When we will run it, you can understand more better. Uh, Lottery numbers. Okay, lottery numbers equals to random dot sample of range 1 comma 50 comma 6. This 6 was we get from user data, like user given some data with 6 items. So this 6 came from there and this range was given by us, that we have to pick some random numbers from this number. See how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. But he picks the numbers from 1 to 50 only. Okay. If you give see, it stops at 44, but the highest number was 50. If we give 100, it will goes up to 100. Not a up to 100, up to 99. Okay. Where we given this at here, these value before value, like 100 before 99, so it comes at up to 99. So this is the format of using this sample. And see, must and should, you have to remember two things when you are doing some coding. When you get a question for doing a code or creating a code, but you have to must focus on two things. First one, syntax. Don't do any mistakes in syntax. If you forgot to write p and you are going in a flow typing, so you have to more focus on when you're typing something. So giving variable, see, this is a I when I given previously in examples, n equals to m equals to a equals to y, because if you use only one letter for a variable, then we are there is less chance of getting failures, like getting errors is less chance. But now he used lottery numbers. If you forgot to use s or forgot to use underscore, forgot to use e t, there is more, I mean, more chances of getting some errors. So be careful when you are using a large number of large variables. And when you're printing like this syntax, if you forgot to write simple or forgot to write range or forgot to write comma, Main thing was commas and everything you have to remember, and the syntax is main thing. Another thing is when you're reading the question, you will get automatically, you will get most of the logic. Main thing is logic. You are getting syntax is not enough for passing the test cases also, hidden cases also. You have to get logic. So logic is main important. Doing a number of sums, the logic is depends on the number of sums, and yeah. So now we can. So that is the reason I am giving more examples, because when you are doing these all types of sums, you can get some experience and practice and getting some grip on the syntax. And when you're doing this practice, you will get some errors, so you can get the point where you are doing a similar mistakes. And so after this, we can go with the balloon expression. I already said balloon expressions, that there is only two things: true, false. Other than true or false. See here, print first. No. Yeah, is raining. True. Has umbrella. False. See, this is don't think like this is an information, because Python can't understand an English. So we are doing codes for Python understanding. Like Python have to understand our queries. So we are doing the code. So these raining, Python can't understand the English. So we have to convert the given requirement into the programming language, and it can be understand. So we are doing coding for that. Is raining, like you can say a equals to true, b equals to false. Print type of a class balloon. I already done this in previous session. That class type, data type, which data type was this, true or false, which data type, the data type was balloon. And print true, and the values, there are values like true. If in integer, true behaves like 1, false behaves like 0. Okay, if you want to print true plus true, it will give 2. If you print false plus 1, or false plus 0, or false plus into 10 or everything, you'll get 0. And false plus true 1, because the value of true is 1, false value of false was 0. And here I already I forgot to say about these operator. Other than this, I said every operator previously: equals to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. And see here, these are normally used for Boolean functions, and in if else statements we are using this, like if equal to a, then print yeah is equals to. So how it was getting like, because when we are using if 5 equals to 5, 5 equal to 5, then 5 is equal to 5, it's true. So true means print it, false means don't print it. So that is the reason previously when we done in if conditional statements, so we sometimes like 1 to 15 numbers, 1 to 16 numbers, that fidge budge uh, example. So in that example, same thing was happen when 5 was, if for example 5 was divisible by 5 equals to 0, right? So 5 divisible by 5, then it will print budge. Why? Because 5 divisible by 5 true. So when we get true, print it. False, don't print it, go after. Like when 1 is doesn't divisible by 15, so false, it goes after that. False, false. When it goes else, because previous every condition was fails, so it will automatically goes into else, so it will consider the value and it will print the value as same as here. Print apple equals to apple means true, because apple equal to apple. But here you can say not only integers you can say 5 less than 4 false, 5 greater than 4 true. So how we know the values, because these are the integers we learning from childhood. But now apple less than banana true, you can say strings. How can we counter, how can like having the values to the strings? Yeah, strings having some values, not strings. The value like a, p, p, l, e, like each element, like each letter having one element. And I'm having the pdf, I will provide you at last of this session. And this for a having one value, p having one value, l having one value, e having one value. So like that, the values will be like count from both of this, and they will see which one is less and which one is higher. Here we got true. So banana, I think banana was having more the value than apple. And here they give an explanation also, alphabetical order. And yeah, he also having the values, but in he given the strings, right? So he goes in a alphabetical order. A is smaller than b, so he goes in a alphabetical order. But normally in Python, A, B, C, D, like capital A, small a, two are different, and they are having different values in Python. But here they choose small a, small b, and small is less than small b, alphabetical order. So they choose banana was greater than. They will first of all, if you write both b, first element as a b. Wait, I will use compiler for this to get better understanding. Sorry, yeah, print true. It gives true. If you do one B here, both are B's. Yeah, false. Why? Because B P same. So neglect. P A. Which one is greater? P alphabetical order. So A is less than P, but here A is greater than B. P. So it's so false. If you write A, it goes again false, because n is less than p, not greater than p. If you use n, yeah, like no need for doing this everything. And like this, you can, if you remove n, what is x is greater than, right? So sorry, we have to use here, right? A x, it will give true because a is less than n. So this is how alphabetical order works. So, and after this balloon expression in practice, yeah, list here. See, we did not list with these brackets, and I will provide you after the types of list, tuple, and dictionary set. These four things, how they will look like, how they will, which brackets were used, and what are the working properties, and how they will use uh, things. And here are the balloon expressions in practice. A balloon expression is any expression that will use to true or false. Yeah, same thing what we learned before is the same thing here. Age equals 20, can vote. See, this is the condition here. Yeah, statement. If can vote means age is greater than equals to 18. If age was like 19, 20 greater than 18, then they can vote. Okay, so print can vote. What is the age? 20. We know the variable age. He used variable age here, and the value of age was 20. So 20 greater than equals to 18. True. So it prints true. If for you can use instead of can vote, you can see in this way with if see if age is greater than 18. If for example like if age is greater than equals to 18. Yeah, age value is 20. 20 is greater than equals to 18. So true. True means print inside the if. What we want to print, that it will print it same as it is. And here he wrote list here. Every value in Python also has an implicit truthiness 0, 0.0, empty string, empty list, and none are treated as false. Virtual everything else is treated as true. Yeah, we have to implement this because he was saying that empty list, empty string, everything considered as true. No, 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 no. Oh, sorry. Okay, okay. He was saying that empty string, empty list are like 0, 0.0 float, integer, in any type, string or any type, it considers a false. So it false. That's why it doesn't print it here. It goes at here. Empty list is falsy. He prints that same thing. Empty list. This is the empty list. So empty list is falsy. And here we will got the answer. Empty list is falsy. And see here, he was saying the same thing. All treated as false, but everything else means other than these four things, it everything treated as true. So 0, 0.0, float, integer, and string and list, these four things are which are empty, which are 0, which are 0.0, are treated as false. Okay, and we completed the Boolean expression. Here we go with logic operators. See, I previously said logic operators and or not. See, I already said this thing, but at that time I said I will say you in next session. So this is the time to say for about and or not. So these three things are used in many cases like if else statements, yeah, bitways or cases, everything. For conditional statements, okay, here see and how it will be treated. And returns true only if both operands are true. See, if for example I will say given a random number like 15 or yeah 15, suppose take 15. If number means 15, okay, number divisible by 3 and 5, print the number, otherwise print invalid. I will done in with compiler. Okay, here already if okay, I will remove everything and I will print it from starting. For example, given num is number, okay, just do it like that. Num equals to 15, and here we go with if num, what my question was to create a code that which divisible by both 3 and 5 a given number which is divisible by 3 and 5, uh, 5, and it will print the number. Otherwise, it will print invalid number. Okay. So how can I write? Let's see. Normally, what do you think? Like how to check whether the given number was divisible by 5 or not? We check divisible by 5 is equals to 0, right? This is how we check given number whether divisible by 5 or not. If we when we modulus 5 means when we divisible by 5 we get some remainder, right? If remainder was 0, then it will divisible, means 5 can divisible 15, otherwise it can't. See, this is the syntax, basic syntax. I already said print the given number. Okay. See, if and else are in same position, otherwise print invalid number. See, when you're printing invalid number, you have to use inverted commas because invalid number was a string and it doesn't have any value. So it's not a variable, it's a string. So you have to use inverted commas. For num, we have a value 15. So it's a variable. Num is a variable. Invalid number was a string. Invalid number. Okay. So it will give 15 because what we said num divisible by 5 equals to 0, then print num. It's true because 15 divisible by 5. So it's true. Then it will print the 15. So same thing I done if I want to do in the same if that sorry, I will say I will done the thing in the same if statement. What is the condition is which was divisible by 3, like the number was divisible by 3. That is my condition. I want to put that condition inside the same if. So how I use and. So what will be happen if I do like this 3 0? What will I get? I will get 15. Why? Because 15 will divide by 5 and 3. And means it will consider this both conditions. Like if this both conditions will pass, then it will print num. Otherwise, it will print invalid number. If I will use here 4, 4 is doesn't divisible 15. So it will give invalid number. Why? Because num is divisible by 5. Okay, it's okay. But and operator does that which given conditions both are 2 or 3 or 5, but every condition will pass, then only you can print the uh, num. Otherwise you can't print num. You have to give you have to go with else. So here end does that. So here I can explain or also. Or what will be do, I mean 15. Why n given that invalid number, why r given that num? Because r means either this or this, like either this one or this one. If it will pass, then print num, or it will pass, print num. If will both will pass, print num. These three types. If this one or this one or both will pass, print the num. If you can see, I will 3. There is no oh yeah, see, printed the number. If I will remove here, I will add 7. 7 doesn't divide the 15. So see, it will give the 15. Why? Because 3 will divisible 15. This condition fails, or this condition fails, but this condition was passed. If both conditions are failed, then it have to be go with the else. So it goes with the else and printed the invalid number. So this is how an and or operator will works, and how the syntax was like this. Don't add like give some space, because if you didn't give any space, it will consider r and num are both are in a one variable. Like the thing was as a variable, and it will show syntax error, invalid syntax. What it doesn't recognize this thing. If you give an space, then r and num are different, and num having an value and r was an keyword. So it will give the exact answer. So and completed. So r, yeah, r also completed. See, a b, yeah. If a is see these if a b, what I done in previous 15 and 3, sorry, 5 and 3, right? Like assume 5 and 3. If both are true, both conditions, I done with two conditions, right? One is divisible by 5 and another one is divisible by 3. So when you divisible by 5, true, true, so you will get true. Otherwise, if one is false, or first one is false, or second one is false, or both are false, you will get false. Or for our function, I mean our keyword, if both are true, like both conditions will pass, you will get true. If both conditions, like in one of the conditions fails, but you will get true because one condition is passed. If first condition fails, second condition pass, then you will get the true because one condition is passed. But both conditions fails, totally fails. So not. If you not means, see here, a. If you write like if num is divisible by a, like sorry, num is divisible by 5 is true, but it will print the, it will recognize as false. Like it will assume as false. It will print, yeah, 15 was divisible by 5, but what you print before that, not. Okay, so not will convert true as false, false as true. Okay, opposite. This is the simple thing. True to false, false to true. Just we can easily remember this thing. So the function, like the keyword not works as convert true to false, false to true, and it assumes. But 15 was divisible by 5, but that assumes a true, converts the true into false, and it will gives else. So let's try in compiler. When we done this thing, so let's take before it, and here you can see another example of list. He given the empty list, but he done that length of my list is greater than 0, and my list of index 0 is equals to L. Hello, wait, I will do in the compiler. See here, when he given an empty list, that my list is a variable, and empty list assigned to the my list, and he said that this is the length. Okay, before time, when I talk about the length, I counted it, but this is how in coding we find the length of list. Here, length of the list, length the is a keyword, and len. Okay, len we have to use as a keyword for finding the length, and which you are finding the length of the list or a tuple, or what you are measuring. I mean, sorry, what you are finding, which for which. So you have to print that in inside of the length. So here the variable name is my list, so he entered my list inside length. So he's saying that length of the my list is greater than 0. No, because here it's an empty list, so there is no one element. If there is one element, then we can say length of the my list was 1, but there is nothing, it's an empty list. So this is 0, length of the my list was 0, but he said strictly greater than 0, so false. And yeah, you see, he did not use or, he used and. So both are true, means both conditions will be passed. Then we can print the found it. So, but see here 0. See here there is no elements, the empty set. So we can't use an index. If we use he was saying my list 0 means in my list the first element was hello, but it's an empty list, so false. Both conditions are failed. So what we will get? We will get nothing because we did not enter the else. If you want something like invalid my list or what you want print, you can print as else. Print what do you want, like invalid list, for example. Invalid list, which we provided list was not matching for the both cases, like both conditions. So it will print invalid list because we entered the empty list, but we are saying length is greater than 0 or here the first element of the inside the length was hello, but both conditions are false. So this is the explanation of this example. Is never accessed because the first condition is false. Because when we used and here, so when the first condition was failed, there is no matter for choosing like to consider the second condition, because if first condition fails, that's enough for getting false. So when this first condition fails, it did not consider the second condition. It just show the false and we go with the else part. So this is the logical operators completed. So here with the conditional statements, if else and elif else. Sorry, if elif else. See, there are three things he was saying. First one, if what we previously saw. See here, he used if only if there is no else. We can use this thing. But previously in see here also he used only if there is no else. Yeah, here on if but previously in I think Boolean expressions I think he used else. See here, if uh, this will be passed, then print never runs. Otherwise, go with the else part. That is empty list is falsy. So here he was saying in conditional statements we can use three types: if else, and if else. This depends on your question. For example, there is a grade marking question that if 90 to 100, he will get the O outstanding. Otherwise, if he will get 80 to 90, he will get A plus. Uh, what is that? Yeah, excellent. And if he will get 70 to 80, good, A grade. If he will get 60 to 70, B plus, means above average. So this is in these cases there is one if is not sufficient for that, because there are many conditions like for 90 to 100, 80 to 90, 70 to 80, 60 to 70. There are like nearly 6 or 7 conditions. But for every 6 or 7 every condition you have to print differently. So you can't use and also. When we use and when given conditions having the same output, like when we are using if given number was divisible by 5 and divisible by 3, then print this thing. Okay, in that cases we can use and we can use only if else statement is enough. But here we can't use if else. We have to use if elif else, because there is no 2 conditions or 3 conditions, and have there are more conditions, and also for each condition there is different output, so we have to use if else, sorry, if elif else. And he given the example that for if temperature is 35, if temperature is greater than 30, print it's a hot day. Otherwise, just leave it, it's an empty. Yeah, when we run previously in compiler for removing this else. Yeah, when the my list was length is greater than 0 and first element in the list was hello, then print found it. But what we will get? We will get nothing, because this is false. If we will print equals to and here we will print like hello. Yeah, hello. And here we will print one. No, one. See, when you are using, you have to give two equals to one, not one equal to. Okay, like this. If you do like this, then you will get the answer found it because the both conditions are passed. For example, you remove this and greater than 0. Yeah, it also gives the same output because it's true, found it. So this is the way of getting. If you want that in the question, if we will ask, just find, just do this condition, do the code with these two conditions and get found it, or otherwise just leave it. He didn't give any information, then just use only if, don't use else. If we ask about these things like if go with these two conditions, if it pass, print found it, otherwise he will say invalid list or list not found. Just what he said, you will just print it in the else part. So this is the way of finding in using f statement. So yeah, is the other thing that if else. We can use if else, if condition statement, the different statements for both. If when you're writing if condition, what you are giving condition like, yeah, before time we done, right? What we done? Yeah, this is 5, like that. You have to write the condition here and statement. Statement means print this thing or print what you are want to print. Just print here and here also print. It's run when if condition is true. This will be run when the condition will be true. Otherwise, this will be run when condition is false. If condition will be false, then it goes to the else part. This is the example for that. Age equals to 15. If age is greater than or equals to 18, you may vote. Not otherwise. If it fails, then print that not old enough to vote yet. So this, you know that the answer of this code. Just once again compare it. Age. Yeah, it will give else part like not old enough because 15 is not greater than or equals to 18, right? So it will give the it will choose the else part because it fails. So like that, when you're, yeah, chained conditional, before time I said, right, 62, 70, 72, 80, 80 to 90, 90 to 100. So in that format, for that format, this is the chained condition that if elif else, you can use if only one time, but elif you can use multiple times, else at the last, which these conditions, if condition, elif condition, these three conditions are not passed or false, then it will choose the else part. Otherwise, in these three conditions, it will choose one of that. So if score is 82, okay. If score is greater than equals to 90, grade is A. Previously, I said grade O, but your wish, what question was given is based on that. So score, when is score greater than 90, the grade will be A. One greater than 80, elif. See, he used here elif 3 times. 3 times or more times, your wish based on the question. So health fail. The last grade was D. So he got 82, means greater than 80. So it will choose grade B. Okay. So it is not greater than 90, but it's greater than 80. So you can having a doubt that arrange doubt that what is about these two conditions. 82 is greater than 70, 82 is greater than 60. So what I am saying was When it fails, it goes to here. If it fails, then goes to here. If it pass, then it doesn't go here. It will break here. Break means like it will stop there. And prints B. Prints B. So this is how if these three things like if score is less than 60, then these four conditions will be fail and it choose the else part. Yeah, there is no need of running it because we already done this type of sum. But you are just yeah, this is enough. Oh, very good. Yeah. Now erase this. Hmm. What will we get? 82, right? So we will get syntax error. If okay, okay. Yeah. Okay. Grade B because 82. If you choose 62, sorry, 64, for example, it will choose D. Yeah. And I already said what is the like how comma will work. Comma gives a space. See here, space. If you want to remove here space, there is no problem with that because that not considered. So the space here between the D and this dots space was came from here because of this comma the space came. So here if we print 92, what we will get? We'll get the same thing A. If we will get 977, you will get A. Yeah, because there is no limit for score. You can print anything. Yeah, if you print 52, what we will get? Yeah, fail. So this is one of the best example for elif because here we can use elif as three times and you can understand easily that where we can use elif or how can we use elif. See if he used if has one time and l has one time, but elif has nearly three times. So this is how it works. See, when score is greater than 90, he explained this thing. Skip, it falls. True, then stop there. He was saying the same thing. When score is 82, right? So greater than 80, so it's true. And print the grade B and then stop. Never check it. Don't. So it doesn't care or doesn't consider the down code. Just it will like consider stop the processing at here. And if you imagine like if I score is 82, so it will stop the process at here. So I can write anything at here. No, because there is an syntax errors. Because when you are doing a code, syntax is perfect. See here. If you condition will stop at if I entered here 92 and I remove the dots here. If I say the condition will stop at starting, it doesn't consider this code, then why I will get the syntax error? Why I am getting the syntax error? Because see, first of all, is see the whole code. Okay, the everything should be perfect. No syntax errors or no value errors. If you remove this core, it if you remove the yes, if you remove this, then it will be show the value error. Oh, sorry, it doesn't care, but syntax is more important for that. When you are doing the syntax mistakes, it will show you the same thing. But when you if you remove this thing, right, there is a hidden cases. It depend on your question. Here, no specific user is there, but in your user, he given some test case like he given 92. Okay, the test cases are passed, but what about hidden cases? The hidden case will never pass because here we didn't write S. Hidden case means he given 92, so we can write yes sufficient for 92. Then what about the others? The test case will be passed, but the hidden case will be never passed because the hidden cases depends on the number which it will take a random number. If it will take like 900, it will 900 not. It will take a 58. Okay, sorry, it will take a 62. Uh, it will take 62. What will you get? You will get a name error. So why? Because we didn't write S. So it hidden test case will think like that. He given three numbers 92, 82, 72. Okay. For these three cases, we can write this code is enough. But for hidden cases, like hidden cases thinks every number, it counts every number from 1 to 100 or 1000, which the limit was. It will count every number, and it will if one number will if 60 or 70, any number will be fails, then hidden cases are never pass. So for that hidden cases, you have to write everything properly, and for test cases and everything, you have to write syntaxes and everything properly. Syntax is main important for running a code, and logic is secondary. And this is the conditional if else statements. And there is a nested conditions. Nested means nothing like if inside a if. Wait, I will show you. If there is an example on, for suppose, uh, there is an example of 50, like for 100, who are getting above 50, they are considered as uh, yeah, they are considered as good good grade, and remaining as average grade. So if you want to print it, how can you print it? If okay, if grade, sorry, we have to give some. If grade equals to something like 60. If grade, yeah, grade is greater than or equals to 50, which is above 50, will consider as a good grade. Good grade. So for other one, we consider as a average. Oh, in order commas. Yeah, average grade. So this is the two things what we know. Then this is the if else statement or conditional statements. What is the nested statements? See, nested if else. You can write if inside a if. This is an if, okay, and there is another condition. This is one condition, which was if who are above 50, they are good grades. Who are below 50, they are average grades. So if you say again one condition that who are having above, yeah, this is not a good example. You print the good grade, and after who are having above 75, okay, who are having above 75, who are having above 75, they got somewhat Mhm. Yeah, yeah, above average. Wait, I will show you. If grade is greater than equals to no. Yeah, less than, okay. And you choose less than equals to 75. What we will get in above average. Okay. This above average grade. So I will say how it I will say now how it will be work. Yeah. See, when I write here 60, it was showing that good grade, above average grade. If I say else, print, okay, excellent grade. Okay, so here you have to think about what is here if was doing, else was doing inside the if condition. Here I done if grade is greater than 50. Okay, when first of all the code was running here based on this grade starting if condition. If greater than 50, then it will be go into the inside the if, and it will run again the grade is less than equals to 75 or greater than equals to 75. Yeah, so when I'm running this, it will give the good grade above average grade. Why? First of all, grade is above 50, so the procedure will choose the if statement. So inside the if, it will go and again print the good grade, because if the given grade is greater than 50, then it will automatically print the good grade. After this, what we write, if inside if we write if grade is less than 75, above average grade, otherwise excellent grade. The meaning of this, first of all, grade is 50, above 50. And after this, not okay, after this, if grade is less than 75, above average. Else means greater than 75. Okay. These thing was opposite for these two. Okay. If this condition fails, means grade is less than 75 fails, then what is the meaning of failure? The meaning is grade is greater than 75. So it will print excellent grade. Means 75, above 75 is an excellent grade. So when I write here 80, so what it will be print? Good grade, excellent grade. This is the nested thing. That first it will choose the 50. 50 is greater, 80 is greater than 50. So it will choose the inside it. First if 80 is not less than 75. So here case was failed. So it choose the else part. So what is the else part? Excellent grade. Excellent. So if I print now 20, what will be the answer? So you can think grade was less than 75. So it will print the above average grade. No, it will see the first if statement. What is the first condition in the if grade is greater than 50? So what it will be run? Average grade. First it will see this thing. Okay. After that, if grade is above 50, then it will choose these two things. Otherwise, it doesn't. If you can write here 70 and you can write 30, you can ask me, see, you write here grade is greater than 50, then how will it be grade is less than 30? See, it's totally different. Means if you print, if these condition will pass, then it automatically choose the else, right? If grade is greater than 50, how it will be greater than less than 30? So grade can't be changed. So here, if grade is greater than 50, then it will leave this thing, because already we know the grade is greater than 50 when it's going inside the if part. So it will choose the else. So if you type anything above 50, then we get excellent grade, good grade. But it doesn't show any value error or name error. You can see good grade, excellent grade. If you write any number above 50, you will get the excellent grade, good grade. That's all. Because these condition pass, this condition will be fail. If, for example, you can say not 70, like 20, which is less than 50 and less than 30. These condition will be fail. Which condition? This grade is less than or equals to 30. This condition will be pass. But first of all, we are going to here. We have to pass this. If we this will be passed, then after only we can go here. So we cannot able to pass this. Then you have to choose else part. So this grade is greater than 50 was failed. So where you have to go? Else part. Else part was average grade. So you have to print average grade. So this is the way of working nested loop. So inside if there is an if else, you can write inside else as a if also. If, for example, instead of this, you can write inside else is a good example instead of this. See once inside the else. Okay, remove this. See, when we are going to else, means grade is less than 50, because first condition was failed. So what is the meaning? It choose the else part. So what is inside the else part? We have to nested it, like use if in inside the else. Like here there is no condition, but these condition failed means automatically it's choosing the else part. So what is the condition? Grade is less than 50. We can't write here because it fails, then it will be choose. So indirectly here the condition was grade is less than or equals to 50. So when we are going to the else part, inside else what we have to write? If grade is greater than 50, somewhat a above average. Okay, here we can write above average. Yeah, grade is greater than or equals to 30. So it's a good marks. Means above 50 is a good marks, good grade. So above 30 was a somewhat like uh, mm, above average. Yeah, we can print above average. Above average. In order commas. So else. See, inside the else, another else. So we did not write any condition after the else. We are doing inside the else. So when we write else print, else print low grade. Okay, low grade above average. So for 20, what it will be run? Grade is not defined. Wait. Okay. Got it. See, this is the this type of name errors are like misspelling. This is a common errors. Low grade. See here, grade is 20. Okay, 20 is not greater than 50, so it failed. So it will choose the else part. So it will choose the else part, and it goes to the if. When it continue with the if grade is greater than or equals to 30. So 20 is not greater than or equals to 30. 20 is less than 30. So this condition fails. After it will choose this condition. What is that condition? Low grade. So this is how a nested loop works. So I am having nearly 20 examples for nested for if and if else and if else questions, and we will discuss in the next session. And thank you for watching, and be confident regarding everything, because we are going in a smooth way and friendly manner. And I am also a student, so I can understand the difficulty level from the starting of a program. So that's why I'm starting from scratch, and I'm explaining everything in a detailed manner. So thank you for watching.